She looks at you. She smiles. Then she pulls back and acts normal or cold. And that's where confusion starts. Most men are taught a simple rule. If she likes you, she'll show it. But real life doesn't work that way. Many women don't hide attraction because they're playing games. They hide it because attraction feels risky. It creates fear of being exposed, rejected, or losing control. So instead of moving closer, they do the opposite. They manage themselves. This is why you get mixed signals. One moment there's tension. The next moment there's distance. You feel something is there, but you can't explain it. And usually you walk away thinking you imagined it. You didn't. Hidden attraction doesn't look like chasing. It looks like restraint. It shows up as silence, overthinking, and controlled behavior. And once you understand this, you stop misreading distance as disinterest. That brings us to sign Barbara 1. The clearest but most misunderstood signal of all. When a woman secretly wants you, she doesn't act relaxed around you. She acts careful. And sign number 1, she becomes too careful around you. When a woman doesn't care about a man, she is relaxed. She laughs freely. She talks without thinking. Her behavior feels natural. But when she secretly wants you, everything changes. She becomes careful. Her reactions are controlled. She laughs, but not too much. She looks at you, then quickly looks away. Her body turns toward you, then pulls back like she caught herself doing something wrong. This isn't rejection. This is self-control. Inside, she feels something, but she doesn't want you to see it yet. You might notice she answers slower than she wants to. She keeps the conversation light even when the moment feels deep. Sometimes she even seems colder with you than with men she clearly doesn't care about. That's because indifference has no tension. Hidden attraction does. Her mind is saying, "Don't show it." But her body can't fully hide the truth. You may feel a strange tension when she's near you, like something is there but unfinished. That tension is not in your head. It's the result of desire being held back. Most men misunderstand this sign. They think, she's not interested. But the truth is simple. If she didn't care, she wouldn't need to control herself at all. She would just be normal. Sign number 2. She tests your emotional stability. When a woman doesn't care about you, she doesn't test you. She doesn't watch your reactions. She doesn't pay attention to how you handle pressure. But when she secretly wants you, she does. Not because she's playing games, but because she's checking for safety. She may lightly disagree with you in front of others. She might reply slower after a deep conversation. Sometimes she casually mentions another man, not to make you jealous, but to observe you. She's asking herself one question: if I let myself want him, will I feel safe with him? So she watches your nervous system. Do you get angry? Do you become needy? Do you shut down or try to prove yourself? Or do you stay calm, grounded, and the same? That answer matters more to her than your words. Most men fail here because they take it personally. They react emotionally, pull away, or try to impress. And without realizing it, they confirm her fear. But here's the truth most men never hear. A woman who doesn't care won't watch you this closely. She won't care how you react. She won't care if you feel jealous. She won't care if you stay or leave. If she's testing you, it means your presence already matters. And when you remain steady instead of reactive, something shifts. The testing slowly stops, not because she lost interest, but because she found safety. And once safety is there, attraction doesn't need to hide anymore. Sign number 3. She gets quiet when your attention goes elsewhere. When a woman doesn't care about you, your attention doesn't matter to her. You can talk about other women and she won't react at all. But when she secretly wants you, her reaction is different. She doesn't get loud. She doesn't get angry. She gets quiet. You might talk about another woman and suddenly her energy changes. She becomes a little distant, not cold, just controlled. That silence isn't boredom. It's her holding in a feeling she didn't expect to have. A woman who doesn't care simply disengages. A woman who cares regulates herself. She may remember small details about the other women you mention. She might ask neutral questions that feel oddly specific, not like an interrogation, more like collecting information. Inside, she's comparing, but she doesn't want you to know. This is hidden jealousy, not loud jealousy, quiet, careful jealousy. You may also notice she changes her behavior after this. She dresses a little better around you, or she pulls back to protect herself. Either way, her attention has shifted. Most men doubt themselves here. They think they're imagining it. They think they're projecting. They're not. If her energy changes when your focus changes, it means your attention has value to her. The mistake men make is reacting the wrong way, over-explaining, trying to reassure, or creating jealousy back. That turns tension into insecurity. The right move is simple: stay calm, consistent, and present. When you do that, she starts to associate you with emotional safety, not competition. And that's when attraction stops hiding. Sign number 4, she pulls away right after a deep moment. This sign confuses most men. You have a good conversation, there's laughter, eye contact lasts a little longer, the moment feels real, and then she disappears. Messages slow down, her warmth turns neutral. She suddenly seems busy. Most men think, I scared her, or she lost interest. But very often, the truth is the opposite. When a woman secretly wants you, emotional closeness can feel dangerous. That moment activates feelings she wasn't ready to have. Her nervous system doesn't say move closer, it says regain control. So she pulls back. This isn't rejection, it's emotional recoil. Women who don't care don't need distance. There's nothing to manage. But when desire shows up unexpectedly, distance becomes a way to calm herself. Here's something important most men don't know. The stronger the connection felt, the faster she may pull away. That's why the shift feels sudden. She becomes polite instead of warm, friendly instead of intimate, almost professional. And this is where men usually make a mistake. They chase, they double text, they try to recreate the moment. Without meaning to, they confirm her fear that closeness leads to emotional chaos. The strongest response is calm space, not cold, not playing games, just steady, respectful presence. When she feels that connection with you doesn't cost her control, the distance naturally shortens. She comes back, not with explanations, but with presence, because attraction isn't built by intensity, it's built by safety during intensity. Sign number 5, her body moves toward you. Even when her words can lie. The body usually doesn't. When a woman secretly wants you, her body gives small signals she isn't aware of. Watch her feet, watch her shoulders. Even when she's talking to someone else, they slowly point in your direction. This isn't flirting, it's instinct. The body turns toward what feels emotionally important. You may also notice mirroring. You lean back, she does the same a moment later. You cross your arms, she follows. This happens without thinking. Mirroring means her mind is tuned in to you. She may adjust her hair, posture, or clothes when you're near, not in a dramatic way, just enough to feel composed. This isn't vanity, it's preparation. Her voice may soften when she talks to you, even if her words stay neutral. Tone carries emotion when language is controlled. There's also proximity. She finds small reasons to be near you, standing a little closer than necessary, sitting where you're in her side vision, passing by you more often than coincidence allows. And here's the most important detail most men miss. When you move slightly closer, she doesn't pull away immediately. There's a pause, a split second where her body decides. That hesitation is powerful. It's desire negotiating with self-control. A woman who doesn't want you creates distance instantly. No pause, no conflict. If you felt that moment, trust it. The mistake men make is escalating physically to test it. That pressure breaks the safety. The signal isn't asking for force, it's asking for patience. Stay present, stay calm, stay grounded. When her body stops bracing, her mind follows. Sign number 6. She values your opinion more than your attention. When a woman doesn't care about you, she doesn't need your perspective. She may listen, but she doesn't seek it. But when she secretly wants you, your opinion starts to matter. She asks what you think about things she can already decide on her own. Career choices, personal plans, social situations. On the surface, it sounds casual. Underneath, it means your mind has emotional weight to her. This is important. She's not looking for approval. She's looking for connection. When she listens, she really listens. She remembers what you say and brings it up later. That's not politeness. That's incorporation, your voice staying with her after the conversation ends. Psychologically, this is how attachment begins. Before desire becomes action, it becomes consideration. You may notice she doesn't always agree with you. That's intentional. Agreeing too easily would feel too revealing. So instead, she engages, she debates, she explores ideas with you. Many men mistake this for friend zone behavior. It's not. Indifference doesn't debate. Indifference disengages. This back and forth means emotional presence. The mistake men make is trying to impress, dominate the conversation, or prove intelligence. That shifts the dynamic into insecurity. The right move is simple. Speak honestly, calmly, and without trying to win. When you do that, you create intellectual safety. And intellectual safety deepens attraction faster than compliments ever could. When she starts saying things like, "I was thinking about something you said earlier," that's your sign. You're already in her mind. She just hasn't said it out loud yet. Sign number 7. She shows up right when you stop chasing. This sign often feels confusing because it seems to come out of nowhere. You stop texting first. You give her space. You focus on your own life. And suddenly, she appears. She checks in. She starts conversations again. She becomes warmer, more present. Most men think this means she only wants attention, but that's not what's happening. When a woman secretly wants you, she spends a long time controlling her feelings. As long as you're chasing, she can stay in control. She doesn't have to risk anything. But when your attention genuinely shifts away, something changes. The pressure disappears. The safety increases, and her restraint collapses. What she was holding in now looks for expression. This isn't manipulation, it's regulation ending. She didn't suddenly develop interest. She stopped hiding it. That's why it feels sudden. Men often ruin this moment by reacting emotionally, calling it out, demanding clarity, or pulling back to test her. That brings back the fear. The right response is calm openness. You don't chase, you don't punish. You simply remain available without pressure. That tells her something important. Connection with you doesn't require control games. And when control is no longer needed, attraction no longer hides. Sign number 8. Her feelings slip out in small, unplanned moments. When a woman is hiding attraction, she's careful most of the time. But no one can stay controlled forever. So the feelings come out in small ways, when she's tired, distracted, or not thinking. She may say something slightly personal and then quickly change the subject. She might give you a compliment and immediately downplay it. Sometimes she shares a thought that feels intimate, then laughs it off like it meant nothing. Those moments are not accidents. They're emotional leaks. You might notice her concern for you show up unexpectedly. She checks if you got home safe. She remembers something important you mentioned weeks ago. She reacts strongly to something that affects you, then pulls back. A woman who doesn't care doesn't slip. There's nothing inside trying to come out. Another sign is inconsistency. Some days she's warm and open. Other days she's distant and controlled. That's not confusion. It's an internal battle between feeling and restraint. Most men miss this because they focus on consistency. But hidden attraction is rarely consistent. It comes and goes based on how well she's managing herself. The mistake men make is pressing her when these moments appear. Asking, "What did you mean by that?" Or, "Do you like me or not?" That forces her back into control mode. The better move is simple. Receive the moment calmly. Don't make it heavy. Don't make it serious. Just stay grounded. When her feelings can appear without pressure, they appear more often. And over time, hiding becomes harder than being honest. Sign number 9. She invests in you in quiet, practical ways. When a woman doesn't care, she keeps things easy and surface level. She doesn't invest time, energy, or thought. But when she secretly wants you, she starts investing, quietly. She remembers your schedule. She adjusts her plans to align with yours. She shows up when she doesn't have to. Not dramatically, not romantically, just consistently. She may send you something that reminded her of you. She might help you with something small but meaningful. She checks in during moments that matter to you, not just when it's convenient for her. This isn't friendliness. This is emotional investment disguised as practicality. Another sign is reliability. She keeps her word with you more than with others. If she says she'll do something, she follows through. That's not politeness, it's priority. Most men overlook this because they expect attraction to look emotional or flirtatious. But for many women, real interest shows up as care and presence, not excitement. The mistake men make is taking this for granted or rushing it. They assume it means certainty. It doesn't. It means she's slowly allowing herself to be involved. The right response is appreciation without pressure. You notice it. You value it. But you don't demand more. When investment feels safe, it grows. And when it grows enough, hiding becomes impossible. Sign of figure 10, pretending, becomes too tiring and her behavior changes. This is the moment when everything shifts. For a long time, she controlled herself. She watched her reactions. She hid what she felt. But eventually, pretending gets exhausting. You'll notice her behavior change, not in one big confession, but in consistency. She stops pulling back as much. She stays present longer. Her warmth doesn't disappear after deep moments anymore. She becomes more available. Not dramatic, not emotional, just real. She no longer needs to regulate herself around you. Her body relaxes, her tone stays soft, her attention doesn't fluctuate based on fear. This is important. A woman who doesn't want you stays distant forever. A woman who does want you eventually stops hiding. You might not hear the words right away, but you'll feel the difference. Conversations flow without tension. Silence feels comfortable. Her presence feels intentional. And here's the key most men miss. By the time she shows this, attraction has already been there for a long time. It didn't start suddenly, it just stopped being suppressed. If you reach this point, it means you did something right. You didn't chase, you didn't pressure, you stayed grounded, and that gave her the safety to stop pretending. Sign 11. She feels comfortable in silence with you. This sign is very quiet, but very powerful. When a woman doesn't care about a man, silence feels awkward. She fills it, or she disengages completely. But when she secretly wants you, silence feels safe. She doesn't rush to talk. She doesn't check her phone immediately. She doesn't try to escape the moment. She stays. You might sit together without much conversation, and instead of tension, there's calm. Her body relaxes. Her breathing slows. She seems present even when nothing is happening. This matters more than words. Silence is where people drop their guard. If she can be quiet with you without feeling uncomfortable, it means her nervous system trusts you. And trust always comes before open desire. You may notice she lingers instead of leaving quickly. She finds small reasons to stay a little longer. That's not boredom, it's attachment forming. Most men think attraction needs constant excitement. It doesn't. Real attraction feels like ease. The mistake men make is trying to fill the silence, talking too much, joking too hard, or trying to impress. That breaks the calm. The strongest move is to stay relaxed and present. When silence feels good to her with you, it means she's no longer bracing herself. And when she stops bracing, hiding her feelings becomes harder. Sign 12. Her environment starts revealing her feelings. When a woman is hiding attraction, she may stay controlled, but her environment doesn't. You start noticing small things around her change. Her friends act different with you. They may tease her lightly when you're around. They might watch your interactions more closely. Sometimes they suddenly become warmer to you, or strangely quiet. That's not random. Women talk to their close friends about the men they're trying not to like. You may also notice she brings you into her world more. She mentions you to people in her life. She includes you in group plans. She finds reasons for you to be in the same spaces she feels safe in. This is indirect exposure. She's letting others see you near her before she's ready to admit anything herself. Another sign is territory. She cares subtly about how you fit into her space, where you sit, who you talk to, how long you stay. A woman who doesn't care doesn't track these things. The mistake men make is calling it out too early or teasing her about it. That pushes her back into control mode. The right response is ease. You fit naturally. You don't force closeness. You don't ask for explanations. When she allows you into her environment, it means she's testing how real this could become. And once her world accepts you, her feelings are not far behind. Sign Thakur 13. She creates clear opportunities instead of clear confessions. This is where hiding finally ends. Not with a speech, not with a dramatic admission, but with opportunity. She makes it easy for you to spend time with her. She suggests plans instead of just agreeing. She puts herself in situations where something can happen without having to say it out loud. This is intentional. A woman who doesn't want you avoids one-on-one time. A woman who wants you creates space for it. You'll notice her availability increase. She stays longer. She responds more consistently. The uncertainty fades. She may still avoid saying the words, but her actions stop being unclear. This happens because desire can only stay hidden for so long. Once safety is built, once tension settles, once trust is there, pretending takes more energy than moving forward, so she stops pretending. And here's the most important truth. By the time she creates these opportunities, the decision is already made. Your job isn't to pressure, chase, or overthink. Your job is to step forward calmly. When opportunity appears, take it with confidence, not urgency, because attraction that was once hidden becomes strongest when it's finally allowed to act. If you've ever felt confused, like something was there but never spoken, now you understand why. Attraction doesn't always show up as chasing or flirting. Sometimes it hides in silence, restraint, and self-control. When you stop forcing clarity and start recognizing patterns, everything becomes clear on its own. Stay grounded, stay patient, and let attraction move at its natural pace. If this helped you see things differently, you already know what to do.